Hi guys, it's Cameron from the Mighty Blues. This is my instant match reaction. Cardiff City 0, Everton 3. Marco Silva's Blues back to winning ways in a game that, you know what, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't the best game I've ever seen, but you know what? We gained confidence with 2 goals and we actually started to look really, really good towards the end of the game. Like I said, we looked organised and we took our chances, and that is, you know, the most important thing about that game is the chances that we had. We took Gylfi Sigurdsson, obviously, with 2 very, very good goals, specifically the second one, and then Dominic Calvert-Lewin in the last seconds absolutely ending the game with a fantastic finish. And you know what, like I said, I'm not going to start talking about the negatives. I'm not going to start sitting here saying, you know, so-and-so wasn't good enough, you know, this player, that player. But I thought after the first goal, we grew in confidence, and then after the second goal, we grew in confidence again, and then we started to look like the Everton that we were seeing in the October and November times. Listen, Marco Silva made a few changes to the team, obviously bringing Phil Jagielka in, which was a change that we half sort of expected, with Yerry Mina being a doubt. For me, I think Phil Jagielka played well. Again, on the ball, I don't think he was fantastic, and, you know, give away a couple of silly fouls, but I think what we did look, and, you know, something that we haven't looked in a while, is organised at the back. The defence was organised. Every ball that went into the box was dealt with properly by the defenders, and was dealt with properly, and was seeing out. And don't get me wrong, Cardiff City didn't have much possession. They didn't have, you know, a lot of chances, but every ball that they put at us, we dealt with fantastically. And does Phil Jagielka have something to do with that? Does his presence in the team have something to do with that? You know, obviously Morgan Schneiderlin coming in, a very strange change for me. When I first seen the team sheet, I thought, what's going on here? Morgan Schneiderlin in, obviously we haven't seen him for a while. Tom Davis not in the squad, James McCarthy not in the squad, but you know what, I thought Morgan Schneiderlin was fantastic today. I'm going to say it, I've been a critic of Morgan Schneiderlin, and I've been someone that sat in and said, you know, he's probably not good enough to play for Everton, and we mightn't see him play many more games for Everton again. But today I thought Morgan Schneiderlin played like he did when he first signed for Everton. He wasn't too defensive. He wasn't constantly turning his back on our goal. He wasn't constantly passing it backwards. He was actually bringing the ball forwards, and he was looking for a forward attack and pass, and that was quite clear, obviously, with his pass for the first goal. Put the ball through to Seamus Coleman, who then put it through to Gylfi Sigurdsson, but the pass to Seamus Coleman originally by Morgan Schneiderlin was absolutely fantastic. It's a quality pass, and you know what? I'll be the first player to criticise. I'll be the first person to criticise an Everton player, when they have a poor game, but I'll also be the first person to say, you know what? You've done well there. And I think Morgan Schneiderlin deserved that tonight, because I really, really do think he put in a good performance. Obviously, he hasn't played a lot of football at all. He hasn't even been in the squad for many of the, you know, the recent games. So for him to come in, step back in, obviously he was going to have fitness issues. He wasn't always going to be on the top of his game, and to play like that, I think he really done really, really well for himself. Obviously, we've seen the front three of Richarlison, Sigurdsson and Walcott. Like I said, wasn't an unbelievable first sort of 25 minutes, first half, but you know what, as soon as the first goal went in, as soon as Gylfi Sigurdsson put the first goal in, you could see the team was growing with confidence. Theo Walcott, although he wasn't fantastic on the ball, was starting to make runs, was starting to chase people down. Dominic Calvert-Lewin was chasing people down. He was constantly in the defenders' faces, and then obviously when the second one went in, it was pretty much game over then, because Cardiff didn't really bring anything. Again, we looked a lot better, and we started to be in control of the game. And you know what I think this issue has been, and I'm not going to sit here and say this is the only issue and, you know, it's all sorted now and that win's going to fix it all, because it's not. I've sat here before. I sat here after we beat Burnley. I've sat here when we've won games before, and I've said we need to win 2 on the bounce, otherwise it doesn't mean for anything. We need to put in 2 really good performances on the bounce, otherwise it means for nothing. And again, I'll say it again, if we go to Goodison on Sunday and if we get turned over by them lot, then, you know, again, this result means nothing. But that is exactly the performance we needed before a Merseyside derby, a confidence-building performance, and a performance that you could very clearly tell once we started to, you know, get the game under control, and once we started to take our chances, the lads grew in confidence, and that's what it is. And Marco Silva said it before, and again, I'm not saying this is the only issue, but he said I think it's more of a, you know, a confidence issue rather than a position of the players or the quality of the players. And you know what? When you look at the first 20 minutes of that game, you think, Jesus Christ, both teams here are really shocking at playing football. You know, Garner Gay couldn't hold the ball to save his life. You know, the passing was awful from both teams. And then we scored the first goal, we got a little bit better. And then we scored the second goal and we got much better. And then we controlled the game then. And after that second goal, you knew Cardiff weren't going to get back into it. We were defensively solid all game. Like I said, Phil Jagielka stepped in and he'd done a solid job. Luca Dean played well as well. And then Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I was really, really happy Dominic Calvert-Lewin got that goal in the last minute, because I think, you know, he didn't get much all game. He didn't get much service from any of the attackers. But, you know, I think he done well. He was winning balls in the air, and more specifically, what I noticed from Dom is when the opposition were having corners and when the opposition were putting the ball into the box, he was winning the balls in our area as well, and he was getting it out, and I thought he had a really, really good game. Obviously, Bernard coming on for Richarlison and changing the game, and that's what you need to do when you bring a player like Bernard on. Let him run at defenders, and if Bernard gets into the box, whether it's against Cardiff, whether it's against Liverpool, doesn't matter which team it's against, if Bernard gets into the box, he's pretty much untouchable, because any player that touches him, he's going to go down. He's small, he's quick, and you know, he's got that about him. He's got that skill, he's got that brain about him where he knows that if he gets touched, he's going to go down, and he's clever enough with the ball to not let the ball get out of his feet. So all we have to do when Bernard's on the pitch is get the ball to him and let him get in the box, and then, you know, he's pretty much untouchable for defenders, and that's what happened there. He put the ball into the box, it ends up getting saved by the keeper, and it's, you know, it's a fantastic finish by Gylfi Sigurdsson. Let's take nothing away from him, but like I've said then, it means nothing if we go and get trumped by them bastards on Sunday. So we need to take this confidence into Sunday, and we need to go out and put another top performance in. And you know what, like I said, it wasn't amazing today. The first 20 minutes was really poor, but you know, as the goals went in, we gained confidence, and as we gained confidence, we started to look better, we started to look more comfortable on the ball, and we started to actually play some really, really good football. Gay started to get the ball under his feet and actually carry it forward, and that's what we need to do on Sunday as well. This is a massive result. I cannot stress enough how big of a result this is and how big of a win this is, given the games that are coming up, not just the derby on Sunday, but given the games that we've got. We needed that 3 points today. We really, really did, and I think we've done it really professionally. And like I said, it's a massive, massive confidence boost for the lads. And Marco Silva needs to be saying in that dressing room now, look, you're playing with confidence there. The last 25, 30 minutes of that game, we were playing free-flowing, confident football, and we actually looked comfortable. And that's what we need to take into Sunday now. We need to take that into Sunday. We need to look comfortable on Sunday. We need to carry on in that vein, because I think, you know, listen, today was a massive 3 points, 3 points that we desperately needed, and 3 points that we got and we deserved. It wasn't by all means perfect. Like I said, you know, there was negatives that you could probably pick out of it, but I'm not going to, because we've won a game 3-0 away from home, and you know, we need to take that into Sunday now and get us, you know, hopefully a second win on the bounce. It's going to be a massive game, it's going to be a fight, it's going to be tough, but you know, there's no better way to go into it than that result tonight. I thought it was a really good performance by the Blues. Again, a performance, like I've said, where we gained confidence from the goals. The substitutions come on and they done well. And yeah, like I said, Gylfi Sigurdsson obviously bagging himself a brace, and that'll do wonders for him as well. I thought personally, when his first goal went in, he looked better, and then when his second one went in, he looked a little bit more confident as well. So maybe it is just a confidence issue. We'll have to wait and see, but that's what Marco Silva seems to think it is. So hopefully we go into Sunday with that confidence, and we put in a really, really good performance in a massively important game for Everton Football Club. But that's it from me. Obviously, Cardiff City 0, Everton 3, a massive 3 points for the Blues, a massive result, and hopefully we can take this momentum and confidence into Sunday now. Thank you very much for watching.